Good, is it? Who was not well last week? He. How are you now?
No, thank you.
Good. And why? Absent last class?
I went to
All three, right? Which part of Kashmir? Oh my God. Chronic area is it? ठीक है. देख लेते हैं. इधर हम बॉम्बे में मर रहे हैं ये वैसे मिनी स्विट्जरलैंड का कर रहे हैं. चलिए. I think I have started with the. I asked you whether rocks. Then rocks only. Sure. So put the heading for today's date. Rocks of the. 10 is it or 9? It's 10. In fact, I like this one. It's better to that one. Oh, it's very simple. Yes. So, start with the introduction. You know. How long it was? 2 days, 4 days, 5 days. It was a train. Tour arranged. Not you guys alone. Okay, number. 8.5, 9, 8 plus 2 half tickets. You are 1. 2 full tickets. Right up. Rocks are defined as. This is the way he started writing also. Come on, read. Aggregate of minerals with more or less. Aggregate of minerals with more or less definite proportion of the Earth's crust. Proportion of the Earth's crust. Of the Earth's crust. That is rocks. Second, it consists of solid matters. It consists of solid matters. It consists of solid matters. Hyphen granite. Along with soft particles. Along with soft particles. Hyphen sand, silt, and clay. Sand, silt, and clay derived from Earth's crust. Sand, silt, and clay derived from Earth's crust. Next, Earth's crust is made up of different types of rocks. Earth's crust is made up of different types of rocks. Broadly, they are classified as. Igneous. Made up of different types of rocks. Broadly, they are classified as igneous rocks, B, sedimentary rocks, C, metamorphic rocks. Carefully listen. C, metamorphic rocks. Now you read this and tell me Is it something new are we studying or is it we understand some rocks we know already? I think we for us. Well, that's very well. You say now you are
sedimentary rocks. Like
थोड़ा बहुत था I should not ask any questions. इसने तो कुछ भी नहीं पढ़ा. I should ask all the questions. Wherever you see on the Earth's crust, what do you see? Rocks. Is it something new for you and me in a day-to-day life? Maybe in cities less. Rural areas more. Why rural areas more? They don't have roads. What do they have?
They have dirt road.
Kacha roads. अभी ये कौन सा नया road है? Dirt road. Kacha. So normally we say these rocks are not new to you, neither to me. But then we have to change the perspective. Perspective. What is the meaning of that perspective?
The way you look at it.
Oh, good, yeah. He knows. How do you look at rocks? How do you look at rocks? Rocks and you ask me the same question. You ask me the same question. Ask me.
How do you look at rocks?
I look at rocks as my life, which has become stagnant. Ask me, is it like stagnant? Because I'm facing the Kashmiri perspective. So I said Earth was made up of several plates. That you know. How many plates? 7. So now you see plates are made up of rock, sand, silt, clay, etc. But many people say rocks doesn't have any use. Do you also feel the same? What is the main use of rock?
Rocks near comes to the mantle in the world.
How about you?
Landforms.
It's very simple, man. I cannot have a Himalaya made out of sand, and it will not be Himalaya. So when I use the word rocks, they are generally aggregate of minerals. How do you use the word aggregate?
A cluster.
Cluster, collection. Can I have only one mineral in one rock?
No.
Maybe more than one, maybe more than two, maybe. In fact, I use the word something like parent rock. Have you heard this word parent rock? So like a sister, brother, baki rock, right?
Yes.
So parent rock is the rock originally formed through which I am getting stones, I am getting gravels, I am getting pebbles. So whatever is the parent rock, the soil formed will have the same properties. Correct, Anna?
Yes.
It's like your characters are not yours. They lose.
My parents.
No parents. Why? Why will your parents?
Because
We share their DNA, their genes. The first and the most important school that you attend. What is that? It is my family. Correct, Anna. We to पहले सिखाता है. थोड़ी तू nursery music सीखा तू पढ़ता नहीं कुछ. Mom and dad, they are my biggest institution. Sir, I don't that particular. That is different. School में मुझे तो हर जगह पढ़ना. So we always believe rocks and earth are like this. You accept?
yes.
Which part of the planet Earth you don't find rock? It's like a part and parcel of my Earth. I may get a meteorite. I may get a stone from the Mars also. But that is a distant thing. Construction, road, manufacturing. Without which can we imagine? Nothing. So why we need to study rocks? Because they have in them variety of minerals. Now, where does these minerals come into rocks?
Rain, wind.
Rain and wind, they enters into the rocks. Boy, you don't teach geography.
I know what mineral होते हैं.
So rock can do something.
है ना water cycle.
अरे
ऊपर जाता है, बादल बनता है.
I understand. There are screw and very tight. It is that volcano.
Yes.
Did you not study?
Yes.
The rocks are in the molten state.
Yes.
And we have knife. What does knife stands for?
Nickel and
What does Cl stands for?
silicon.
What does Sima stands for? So where these minerals are going to be found? Are they coming to your doorstep? They will be inside rocks. And you are not going to get any minerals free of cost. Although we say it is freely available, it is really available. To extract, I need to spend money. Yes. That is what we are saying. These are what? Aggregate of minerals. More or less, they have a definite proportion. Why am I using the word more or less? I can't say exactly how much part of the earth is having rocks. Because we have water, correct? We have sand, we have silt, we have clay. In fact, sand bhi kisse bana hai? Rock se hi bana hai na? But now it is not rock. It is sand. Then we say there are different types of rocks on the earth's crust. But then we classify them broadly into three. Now you tell me out of these three, which one at least you have heard about, or at least you know, sir.
Igneous rock.
That's it.
Igneous rocks, sedimentary rocks.
Little bit. If I said about igneous rocks, we combine the igneous rocks with that of a volcanic eruption.
Yes.
What is volcanic eruption? Yours absent, present, absent. Correct? You also, but he made it a point that he attended from online. So this is a vent. You remember?
Yes.
Magma. Chamber. This magma comes up, flows up, comes up, flows up. Then it becomes lava. And when it's cool and solidifies, you understand solidifies?
Yes.
Then it becomes a rock, which we call it as igneous rock. So if anybody asks you what is the source of this igneous rock, it is the cooling and solidification of molten magma. Come on, repeat.
This is the cooling and solidification of molten magma.
That is,
Igneous.
they are hard, full of minerals. Hard, but they are very correct. Like we have granite, marble. Correct? Marble, sorry, metamorphosis. Granite. So that is one rock. Then I use the word sedimentary. And if I want to use the sedimentary, if you love the sandwich, which is made either in your house or you get it from outside, we say it is layer by layer. You understand the word layer by layer?
Yes.
What? Deposition. Correct, na?
Yes.
Layer by layer deposition first. Then what will happen? Horizontal compressional forces and tensional forces. Suddenly, whatever minerals or whatever fossils are found within, they get compact. And this is nothing but a sedimentary rock. So how do I define sedimentary rock? Layer by layer deposition of various sediments. Then horizontal compressional and tensional forces, they become a sedimentary rock. Example, I say sandstone. Correct?
Yes.
We can say limestone. All stones are generally porous. Have you heard about porous?
Yes.
You might have seen holes.
Yes.
And they are light. Correct? Not heavy like that granite. And then they are what? Generally permeable rocks. You know what are permeable? They allow the liquids or water to pass through them.
Yes.
And they are not very hard. They are brittle. Soft hai, but utna bhi soft nahi jitna granite hard hai. So I will explain first which rock.
Igneous rocks.
Come on, what is igneous? Cooling and solidification of molten magma. How about sedimentary rocks? Layer by layer deposition of sediments, horizontal compression and tensional forces. Example?
Sandstone and limestone.
They are generally
Porous
and they are permeable, which allows the water to pass. Abhi ye dono ho gaya. And the last rock, We said the word metamorphic. The word is metamorphic. I said both igneous and sedimentary. I'm using both igneous and sedimentary when they are exposed to. I use the word when they are exposed to. The question what? Tremendous heat and pressure. Now the $1 million question, where does this heat and pressure come from? तो फिर क्या एयर और कोटा के दोनों को वॉल्केनो में डालेगा?
The Earth's pressure. Because there are like two types of igneous rocks now. Yes.
When these two rocks are trapped within the Earth's surface, he was correct. That's crust. Sure to hai. Because they are underlying over so many layers.
Yes.
And it is exposed to heat. Correct? Outer core or inner core? They change themselves, correct, into a shiny, hard rock. It's nothing but which rock? It is metamorphic. So without my saying, come on, who can form this as a sentence? Come on, you start. You frame the sentence. Come on. How do you say the third rock?
Igneous and sedimentary rocks
Very good. Are exposed to.
tremendous heat and pressure.
Very good.
It converts.
They convert. It can.
Convert into
Metamorphically, directly. They convert themselves into a hard, shiny rock. They are known as metamorphic. Example. Wait. Let us see his sentence formation.
When igneous and sedimentary rocks are under tremendous pressure and heat, they form a shiny hard rock.
They don't form, they transform.
They transform into a shiny hard rock. They are called metamorphic.
Right. Example any, if you remember. We have marbles. You know what are marbles that we play with? Correct?
Yes.
Then we have this, what is that? Granite.
Yeah.
Correct? Shiny and kafi.
Yes, yes.
And then we have what else? What else? These two are me. In fact, we can give you which sedimentary rocks becomes marble, which igneous rocks becomes marble, and then gneiss becomes granite, something like that. Understood? Shall we write? Write on. First, igneous rock. The word igneous derived from. The word igneous is derived from Latin word ignis. We have a Maruti ignis also, no? I went into the car. Okay. Don't tell me question. Better you see ignis. Which means fire. The word ignis, which means fire. Second point. Now, no need to write rocks everywhere. You write capital R. Understood it is rocks, huh? Not in the exam. These rocks are formed due to cooling and solidification. Are formed due to cooling and solidification of molten magma. Cooling and solidification of molten magma. Underline cooling and solidification. Second point, the next point. They are found at. Snacks and greater depths. They are generally found at greater depths within the Earth's crust. within the Earth's crust. Next, they are composed. Understand composed? उसका अंदर क्या है?
Yes.
Aluminum, ALUMINO, aluminosilicates. Quartz and feldspar. Aluminium, silicate, quartz and feldspar. Next. It is also known as primary rocks. It is also known as primary rocks. Sills. They are the first rocks to be formed. They are the first rocks to be formed. Underline primary rocks. I'll give you both of you 5 minutes. Let us see who can tell you all the points of the sedimentary rocks. Are you looking? You understand? Now I'm not only going to teach you, I'm going to make you learn. Ye to marks hai. How much? He's counting the stars at daytime. How about you?
I got 41 out of 50.
40. Very good. How about you? Stars gain. Kya marks yaad nahi? What kind of student are you?
Above average.
Are you living in a pre-primary age? Above average, below marks. Leave it. Tell me when it's lecture. Call your mom and find out. You know, this Sunday or any days we are having PTM.
Yes, yes.
You got the messages? I'll visit your mom online. Who takes care of your studies? And you? You study? So, let's see how does he was answering today. Is he learning basic?
Yes, it is on. It is on.
What's the temperature? You guys are feeling the chill?
Yes. Yes.
मुझे लग रहा है क्या कश्मीर वाली हाउस से क्लाइमेट है तो मुझे भी मालूम है कितना I had lived in places -9. You? No? No degree. इधर था the entire Himachal, sir, not the entire Himachal. Few parts of Himachal. 2 degree. Oh, that's a really. Where do you go there? Mela like Dalai Lama say. So Dalai Lama put me away. Who knows Dalai Lama? You know?
Yeah.
On the head monk of Buddhism.
Yeah.
He's fed up with China. जब भी बेचारा इंडिया में आता था चाइना उसको बहुत कुछ ना कुछ पॉलिसी लगता था. He's a living legend. Great fellow. So is that Dharamshala quite beautiful, right? And कितना ऑर्डर किसका है? ये सेंटर कितना ऑर्डर पे मालूम है? अरे ग्राउंड लेवल पे तो ये रात समय कभी माउंटेन चढ़ा क्या तो क्या है वो बहुत
डेढ़ ब्रेक है
2 माउंटेन
बस बाहर भी रहते हैं उसके ऊपर है एक एल्टीट्यूड
when you lie down and push you hard then you go below that chal he's ready with the answer few points
about sedimentary rocks, right? They are the rocks that are formed after layer and layer.
Good. I'm talking about igneous.
Sorry.
Wait, you take your time. Come on, igneous.
Yes, I think
At any point you have a query, absolutely, then why are you not answering? Write down sedimentary rocks. Sedimentary rocks. इसका characteristics will mark it in the volume only, okay? Because it's a big deal of a good chapter. Rocks which are exposed to or exposed on surface of the earth, exposed on the surface of the earth and are broken due to weathering and are broken down due to weathering and carried long distances. अभी समझो ये sediments आया कहाँ से? Carried long distances. And carried long distances. Underline carried long distances. Agents like, next point. Second point. Agents like rivers, seas, lakes, glaciers. The lakes not like sea, we must also rivers, glaciers, and ocean waves or oceanic waves. And oceanic waves. Glaciers and oceanic waves carry these deposits to long distance. Is these 2 points clear for you? Yes, relax and tell me. Because this is, I will explain that this point is there. When igneous rocks are exposed, they break. Yes. And they are scattered. Now running water, river, takes it. If they are within the ocean also takes. If they are glaciers, what are glaciers?
The huge chunks of ice.
Chunks? That's when they get
huge caps of ice.
Caps been blocks, huge. So आपका आदमी छोटा पड़ेगा, ठीक है? और 4 आदमी छोटे.
Yes, it is.
Now, glaciers move, they glide, and in the snowstorm, have you seen? That's when you get it. Well, very bad. It starts in the month of October, November. Heavy snowfall. Snowfall में देख फंस नहीं करा मजा. अरे घोड़ा तो इधर तो जू बीच में भी मिल जाए. उसके लिए इतना जोर करके चाहिए. मेरा घोड़ा. तेरा खुद का? खुद चला. तो चला तो घोड़ा खुद का हुआ. You purchase it. The next minute is waiting for you. You ride it. How slowly walk करके गए हैं. हाँ बाबा. छोड़ दिया था. हाँ तो that keeps walking only ना. Or it was galloping.
वो दूसरे घोड़े को संभाल रहा था. मेरा मस्त में आगे जा रहा है.
Because उसको लगा रहेगा. घोड़ा झूम. मैंने कहा तो नहीं. So we always believe when these sediments are lying, they are carried away glaciers also. And a huge ice. And they deposit somewhere. So now you remember the first layer, the second layer, the third layer, and layer by layer. So I gave you an example of what? Sandwich. Sandwich में मम्मी कितना layer बनाती है? नहीं तो खाने से मत
ब्रेड दिया
बढ़िया तो कैटरिंग वाला बंदा है तो बनाता है
खाने का काम
वेरी इतना डिफिकल्ट काम दुनिया में आज तक तो किया नहीं so we always believe these are layer by layer and it may not be 1 or 2 years millions of years correct है ना so one layer upon other layer upon other and when there is what forces are acting horizontal compressional and tensional so I gave you an example of this room not for you tension this pillar takes which force
you have
tensional forces it takes tensional beams takes the compressional force अगर ये दोनों नहीं है तो अपना रूम छत से अपने सर पे रहेगा correct
yes
so we always believe that due to vertical movement and horizontal movement these are sandwiched
yes
and they become a which rock clear hai am I explaining too much or it is quite understandable any teacher ask in your school will you answer if you don't answer
the teacher will shout this
that's very good but you should show that we have already learned that मैं थोड़ा impression लड़के पे जाता है कि तेरी कोई friend है इसकी कोई family friend है he is on his own so whenever teacher is asking can you explain the sedimentary rocks you should be the first one correct so the teacher say wow what a brilliant boy फिर अंदर से बोलेगा ये तो allocation मुझे पहले सीखा दिया है ना ऐसे किसको रखे लोग अंतर आत्मा को किधर है अंतर उधर
इधर ही होता है इधर आ जाता है
घूमता रहता है किधर यार that soul is it so your body is not yours
it is not ours
it is rented is it so कितना rent देता है soul को
it's not even paid it's just that we
temporary we temporary oh good he is very ahead
oxygen
is working
whenever we are just being shoots working
correct we are just the strings are full
yes
and we are just dancing to the tunes of the gods man so you are dancing on the tunes of whom Rama or Ravana Ravana chaliye if you believe there was Ram there is also Ravana
yes
if you believe there is God there is also ghost did you encounter any time that's very good I wish you should encounter once
I think I have experience
when
it was
ghost आया कोई नहीं पर वो तुझे सताने के लिए कुछ पहले क्या आ गया
I don't think I hallucinated or something
correct I think we understood what hallucination is yes
I was just sleeping I randomly heard my name I woke up I saw there was nothing but randomly the light
it might be randomly वो पहले तो ऑन किया रहेगा भाई
हाँ वो हो सकता है
तेरा पेरेंट्स ने बुलाया रहेगा और तुझे ऐसा लगा रहेगा
I went and asked my parents that
तेरा कोई फ्रेंड नीचे से बुलाया रहेगा how would you let's see
it was 11 o'clock at night oh
that's this most then yours
मेरे घर पे हुआ
क्या
किचन
क्या हुआ
मैं ऑनलाइन क्लास चल रही थी मस्त मस्त बैठा हूँ फिर मेरे किचन से आवाज आने लगी
that is very normal
बहुत कॉमन था वो मैंने ना ऐसे होता रहता है बीच में आवाज आ रही फिर बाद में मैं देखता खिड़की बंद है मैं इग्नोर करता हूँ
चूहा
इसका तो हाथ पैर कांपने लगा
फिर उसके बाद ये मुझे प्यास लगी उसके पानी नहीं होता फिर मैं इधर मेरा ना सोफा होता है इधर किचन है मैं इधर बैठा होता हूँ
बीच में और
फिर मुझे यहाँ से घूमने जाना पड़ता है अब क्योंकि मुझे वहां से आवाज आ रही है मैं यहाँ से जा रहा हूँ तो
you are sitting and somebody else is walking
फिर बाद में देखता हूँ कि किचन में कुछ आवाज नहीं आई थोड़ा सा और आगे जाता हूँ वापस आवाज आती है मैं पीछे आके वापस देखता हूँ कुछ भी नहीं हुआ
ग्रेट नरेटर
वापस जाके बैठ जाता शांति से जब तक कोई उठा
चलो
आते आते बच्चा
क्या आता तो बहुत अच्छा मतलब ये उससे भी बड़ा क्वेश्चन है. Let's write the next. What was the line that I had given?
Agents like silver,
Carries and deposit these. Did I say carry and deposit?
yes.
Next point. Due to horizontal and compressional forces. Actually, vertical बोलना था. एक cut करो. Horizontal को cut करो. Vertical and compressional forces. You know the spelling of the word compressional? Okay, बोला. Compressional forces. These sediments, nevertheless, these sediments gets transformed into sedimentary rocks. Next line. These are porous. Porous. You understand porous? Did I write the word porous?
Yes. This is.
And permeable rocks. And remains, R-E-M-A-I-N-S, of plants and animals are also found. Remains of plants and animals are also found. So what are these called? Fossils. Very good. Put it into double inverted. तुमने सुना है? This will list fossils. F-O-S-S-I-L-S. Fossils. Fossil को express नहीं. वही fossil ही. Right. Now, if you have seen that dinosaur movie or any other discovery related movie, you see the bones and the animals are trapped in between. Can we not have fossils in igneous rocks?
Yes.
Why not? He's saying yes.
अगर लावा है कि
बेटा common sense करते
तो बहुत जल्दी जाएगा.
Very good boy. अरे बेटा उस टाइप का स्किल. Everything is at the modern stage. How will you find a fossil here?
Oh.
Whereas here it is not molten, they just washed away. Dead animals or any plants are trapped in between, and the rock formation was going on. It gets trapped.
It's like in between.
In between. And these are soft rocks. When you try to dig them, you can see the leaf ka imprint bhi usme dikhta hai. They are fossils. And they are not formed by chemical process. They are formed by physical process. मैंने butterfly points of explaining here. Whereas these rocks are formed by chemical process, heating, pressure, cooling. इधर कुछ है क्या? कुछ नहीं है. बस वो wash away करता है, dap करता है, फिर complete. ये कौन सा process है? Chemical नहीं है तो mechanical process. है ना? Physical भी बोल सकते हैं. Mechanical. Is it clear? Okay, let's write now metamorphosis. A characteristic is pending, but that we will do from the word. At least up to basic समझ गए तो then we'll release it. The word metamorphic is derived from metamorphose. Metamorphose. The word metamorphic is derived from, I'm writing that word, metamorphose, which means morphose, which means change in the form, which means change in the form. These rocks are primarily formed or mainly formed. These rocks are mainly formed when igneous and sedimentary rocks. You write EGN short for listener and sedimentary SEDI. Understood? And then for rocks you write capital R. When igneous and sedimentary rocks are exposed to, is a word written on the board. What is that word? Tremendous heat and pressure, or both. और both मतलब कभी-कभी एक ही रहेगा, कभी दोनों भी रहेगा. Tremendous heat and pressure, or both. Hyphen. They change their composition. They change their composition and their structure. Into hard, shiny rock. Change their structure into a hard, shiny rock. हम लोग ने किसी भी rock में example नहीं लिखे थे. ठीक है, इधर से start करते हैं उधर तक, है ना? Example. You write marbles, granite, etc. And there, for sedimentary, you write sandstone and limestone. Now, it means basalt करके ड्रॉप करते हैं. Just cross check. Basalt. Sandstone and limestone. Forget the basic one. They've given basalt. Then you write granite, feldspar, feldspar. You know what is feldspar, na? F-E-L-D. Feldspar, etc. I'm giving you a small task. Now you have to prepare the characteristics looking at the volume into the node. You understand me? Characteristics, put the heading characteristics. Minimum 5 points, short points. Now characteristics of which rock will start? Very good. Come on, let's see who comes first. By the time I get the video for your notes formation. Alex. Dunna kya ready-made hai, page number it is 61. You got your volume? Oh, sir. I'm getting a nice video for your rock formation. As I want to say, my mobile should be connected to this one. Quickly answer pay. That's okay. No? That's it. We call that the imaging, not imaging, mirror imaging. But that is only on editing.
No, I think it's there
are privacy.
Yes.
It's not good.
$5.8.
Yes, for all the 3 rocks. It's all there.
Question. Can fossils still survive in the metamorphic rock state?
When I use the word metamorphic, they are not original rocks. Either they might be sedimentary or they might be igneous.
Oh.
But then, when they are exposed to tremendous heat and pressure, they change their entire characteristics.
So the fossils are also.
If at all, sedimentary rocks have some fossils, but when they are exposed to heat and pressure, it's going to. Correct. You never speak in English to the teachers.
Any rock in sediment.
Why Indian society, in American society, you don't have rocks?
No, either of them.
What happened?
Even one of them gets tremendous heat.
There are some rocks which are only with pressure. There are some rocks only with heat. But 90% of the metamorphic rocks both heat and pressure. So if so much heat is going to put on the rock, automatically it will vanish. Correct? Let's play that. Come on quickly. We have some 7 or 6 minutes to go. So interesting chapter, huh? This one?
Yes.
Quite interesting. Understand and write. It is straight away from the volume. That's what I'm not giving you. If you want, I can explain and give you. Easy, huh?
Yes.
Good. So my students both have become very talented. Get it? Kashmiri. I forget your name, man. What's your name? Rudra. Rudra, is it?
Win at work.
नाम इतना अच्छा है. रुद्र किसका नाम है मालूम है ना? किसका? अब तो इतना आलसी है. अच्छा, आगे जाके अच्छा लड़का बनेगा, है ना? जो अभी अच्छा नहीं है.
So no rock remains the same with time, pressure, and other natural forces.
So here,
Transform. Remember, we called igneous rocks as primary rocks, and the reason is because they are directly formed from magma and lava when these molten materials solidifies. So anything that is formed from the basic most ingredient of earth has to be termed as primary rocks. Now that we know igneous rocks are called primary rocks, ultimately the other rocks, that is the sedimentary and metamorphic rocks, are called as secondary because they are formed from igneous rocks. Let me explain how. You see, igneous rocks are the reason sedimentary and metamorphic rock exist. Let's see it as a story. Imagine the magma coming out of the mantle through volcanic eruption. Now this magma cools down and becomes solid crystal, and that is how igneous rocks form. Now as time passes, various weathering agents, or we can also call them exogenous forces like wind, rain, glacier activities, acts on this igneous rocks, and they slowly turn into, or rather I would say, break rocks into these small fragments or debris, which we call as sediments. And then these small fragments or debris are buried under layers and layers. With time and pressure, they cement together into sedimentary rocks, and this process is called vitrification. I have a video on sedimentary rocks. The link is in the description. In that, I've explained how a sedimentary rock breaks into smaller chunks of debris. And when you see those debris, you can easily relate what I'm talking about. So that was the formation of sedimentary rocks from igneous rocks. Now, this sedimentary rock has the tendency to break apart again into smaller debris or sediments. Now comes the part where we need to find out how metamorphic rocks are formed. If you remember that caterpillar changes into butterfly, we call that process as metamorphosis. So this metamorphosis occurs in rocks as well, especially when they are heated to 300 to 700 degrees Celsius. Now, where does the heat come from? Now, inside the earth, there is a tremendous amount of heat due to pressure. Push your hands together very hard and you can feel the heat. Rub them and due to friction, you will have heat. Similarly, when Earth's tectonic plates move around, it produces heat. When the plates converges, meaning comes closer, they build mountains. Now that is also a tremendous amount of pressure and heat. Now that we know how the heat comes from, what does this heat do to the rocks? It bakes them. Just like how you bake a cookie from dough, it does not melt the dough, right? It changes its form. Similarly, rocks do not melt. It transforms into metamorphic rocks. That's why you'll find metamorphic rocks mostly in mountain areas. And again, with exogenous forces like wind, water, These metamorphic rocks can be broken and
They remember exothermic and endogenic.
and these sediments can again make sedimentary rocks. The rock cycle never stops. Metamorphic and igneous rocks find their way into the mantle through subduction. It happens when two plates converges and then one plate goes under another. This way, all these metamorphic and igneous rocks find their way into the mantle. And we know mantle consists of molten rocks called magma. And again, magma comes out on the surface through volcanic activity. And that's how you find sources of igneous rocks. So this is the rock cycle. I hope you understood this illustration. Can you put the more of the we never thought getting our materials done would be so.
Let us show you some pictures or
In this video, we're going to read about the rock.
Three types of rocks. The rocks will be something else. I don't know. Seriously. Is it possible? Is it okay now? Simple. Let's watch it. Volcanic. Better I stop it. Yeah, it's very childish, huh? So it's okay.
It's smart.
What's smart?
गाड़ी का ये नंबर प्लेट
क्या है smart? अच्छा smart उसमें लिखा था. Rock cycle. Yeah, next time remember me to show this video. What is rock cycle? Right. Because the rocks keeps changing. Sedimentary to igneous, igneous to metamorphic. So never the rock cycle comes to an end. Okay.
Yes.
So when we are meeting next lecture, you guys have to finish what? Characteristics of all the three rocks.
Yes.
And any questions which is related to what we have done, you have to finish that also.
Yes.
Correct?
Yes.
And next lecture, both are coming offline.
Yeah. Yes.
If you vanish, then I'll put you in the right slot. Okay. Chalo, bye.
This is going to be very nice.
Which one?